Hello, all you Virgos. Welcome to your full moon in Gemini reading, which is going to be coming on December 18th. And it's going to be bringing some beautiful energies, really igniting us to embrace the flow of life. Kind of giving us a little shh, speak less and listen more, see things from a different perspective. And that allows us to see things we wouldn't have seen before because we were not so busy chattering. We're observing. So we'll transform things like if we were looking at lack in our life or the chaos of the world, we'll have more of a gratitude and more of the connection to peace and love. And I found this beautiful affirmation for the full moon in Gemini, which says, I share kind, loving words with the people in my life. So if we were sharing unkind or unloving words in people's life, that energy of this moon will help us transform to more of that affirmation. So we're going to also, of course, pull cards for this. And I'm going to start off with these Star Codes Astro Oracle. And these are going to represent what the Creator wants you to know about the 3-week period around this full moon, the week before the full moon and the 2 weeks after. So just one more time here. All right, Creator, for our Virgos, what would you like them to know about this 3-week period, please? Okay, there it goes. And you've got the root, which is Kweli. I probably totally murdered that, but you can pronounce that however you want. And that's a beautiful, I love this tree with this compass on the top. And this is card number 38. Beautiful, beautiful picture there. So let's see what energy this brings in for you. And we'll, of course, pull some clarifying cards here in a moment. It says, imagine your spine extends down into the earth like a taproot, the strong central root under a tree, through the earth to a point on the sun's path below. Latin for bottom of the sky, the Kweli, or IC, let's call it IC, I like that, points to the memories and experiences that fed your first roots, your early home life, your family's traditions, and your biological and emotional heritage. The action this card mentions is to look to the roots. Think about what makes you feel at home and secure. What creates sanctuary for you? Investigate the foundations and become conscious of the traditions and assumptions that underlie this situation. Lean into habits that help you feel secure and grounded. If you enjoyed your childhood, family traditions can help you feel safe and strong in a storm. If you grew up in chaos, you may crave the opposite and so create your own quiet sanctuary. If you grew up around arguments, arguing with people at home may seem normal to you, but that may not be the case for your housemates, so you may need to learn to present your points in a more transformative, less combative way. The IC also speaks of deeper roots, the spiritual, religious, or philosophical underpinnings of your early life. Just as a fish doesn't notice the water it swims in, it can be hard to see the spiritual assumptions you swam within as a child. These philosophical underpinnings could give you a deep connection to spirit or leave you feeling restricted or judged. Whether they imbued you with unconscious habits or were that from which you rebelled, until you examine those deep roots, they will define your foundational paradigm. Interesting. And the challenge of this card says unconscious patterns from your personal history may underlie the situation and need excavation. And the gift that this energy brings you is that it helps you build roots of your own. Feel your spine extend like a deep taproot of a tree into the ground. Feel the strength of the earth pulsing up through you, holding you strong through any storm. I love that, especially with all this connection to earth energy, because Virgos, you are, of course, the earth element. So you resonate with that so well, and that attachment and that security and that foundation you can have with that. We're going to use these Tarot of Dreams, and we're going to pull 3 sets of cards. And it's going to be the week before the full moon, the week after the full moon, and 2 weeks after the full moon. We're just going to see what else the Creator wants you to know about these periods. So the week before the full moon, please. Okay. So you get to these here. And that one too. And then the week after the full moon. Okay. I feel like they're really calling out these. Oh my gosh, you get like 5 for those. And then they want these 2 already for the second week after. Oh my gosh. And then these 2 and these 3. Oh my gosh. Okay, so a lot of information there, and these are going to be just for overall. So let's unpack this. So they have a lot of good information here coming for you. Yeah, Page of Cups. So cups are your emotions. This is new emotions, experiencing new emotions, also emotional messages. So that makes sense with all this that it's wanting to have you do and connect to those roots. You're definitely be open to the emotional messages that come. And I kind of feel like just sit. Don't like go in with your mind. Just sit with your heart open, fill it up with love, and then just ask the Creator, bring the first memory you want me to look at. And then they're going to bring in that emotional memory that you had as a child that they want you to look at, that root of the thing that they want you to see. Yeah, 8 of Coins too. This is the Pentacles as well. And this is all about mastering something. You've been an apprentice for a while. You've been doing a lot of work and a lot of deep work, but this is like getting to this master level where you've been doing a lot of inner work and you've been, looking at the root of things. But this is like taking you to the next level. You're graduating and you're moving to this beautiful next step in your life around this. Yeah, because here's that Wheel of Fortune. And that kind of looks like the Wheel of Fortune up here on the top of the tree too. And this Wheel of Fortune is beautiful because, one, it's tens, which is endings and new beginnings. So this is about ending of something and making space for something new. But the Wheel of Fortune is also this beautiful message that before you came down here, your higher self, your soul, did choose that you were going to be born into this tree, this family tree. So you were going to experience the things. You knew what you were going to experience this entire life. You knew the avatar, this character that was going to represent you, when you were going to be born, when you're going to be leaving this life, and all these fated events that you wanted to experience and knew you were going to experience with this wheel. But the beautiful message that comes with this too is that within each of those circumstances, within each of those fated events, you still have your free will, you still have your power of choice, where you get to choose what story you apply to any circumstance in any situation, as well as choose what emotion you want to feel in each of those situations. This new emotion tells me that you're going to be going back and looking at these roots of things and realizing from a different point of view now that you can apply a different story, apply a different emotion to those past events. Because this beautiful wheel has this message that life unfolds for you. It doesn't happen to you. So all these fated events were for your growth, for your experiences. And now going back in the power that you have, you understand that you can switch the story around from this moment forward on what that situation meant, and really just bust this right wide open. Yeah, Seven of Swords. Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations, and this shows that you already were leaving behind some of these thoughts and beliefs that were deceiving you, but you have more that you're looking at because you really feel deceived by this experiences that you had and these beliefs and everything that you had before. So this is great news here, though, because this is definitely this revisiting and has a positive energy around the revisiting of those roots, which takes us into the full moon happens here, and then you have the week after the full moon. Yay, exactly. 10 of Cups. You're opening the door to beautiful emotions and feelings regarding family, regarding your past. I mean, it's right here next to this Page of Cups, so you're definitely, it's a positive again, another 10 endings and new beginnings of new emotions coming in because of it, which is fantastic. Yep, you have the Two of Wands. So the Wands is like our drive, our ambition, our aha inspiration, but it's your spiritual energy as well. And I love that this is coming up with this. As these emotions come up, you are making the choice. Am I going to go the old way thinking about it the old way, or am I going to have a new way of thinking about it? And so this is this beautiful communication that there are two places from which you think and act and that inspire you. One is inspired by the fear of our human side, this character that we're playing. It's a being that has its root in fight or flight. It wants to feel safe. It wants to feel secure and in control. And so it takes on all these opinions from the outside world, and then it talks about this chaos. We take all the opinions from the chaos of the outside world and make chaos are these swords, these beliefs, these mindsets. But the other piece is our higher self, that soul we talked about before we came down here. It's still existing. It is the star, the actor behind this character that we're portraying and playing in this world. And it's a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. And you can make choices from that side too. You basically, every moment is a choice between unconditional love or the fear of losing conditional love. We're applying an unconditionally loving story to the situation, or a conditionally chaotic, fearful story to that situation. So this is showing you that power of choice, and that you do have two places from which you do that. Yep, and here's the Emperor, which really reiterates the story too, because the Emperor has two sides. There's the loving Emperor, who all of the decisions they make and the rules they make are for the benefit of the kingdom. They're to help everyone get along with one another, not kill each other, and to help everyone be successful. Then there's the other side, the shadow side, as we say, which turns into a dictator because it is scared. Like I mentioned before, the fear ego wants to be in control, so it feels safe. And so a dictator will want to, maintain its control, gain more control, and take control for others so that it feels safe. And this is this transformation that happens within you from that fearing side to the other. And here again, it almost looks like those exact two wands there. So it's showing you that you have the power to turn from a dictator into this loving emperor within you instead. And you have the Page of Coins. So new opportunities, new messages coming from the outside world. So as you are allowing yourself to experience these things in a different way, it also, as these swords get moved out of your scope, instead of seeing that everything has to happen in this certain thing, you're opening up and allowing things to come in how they will. So you're not as restrictive as you were. And again, that's kind of like here's those two wands again, kind of two and two and two. It's like these two sides where you don't things don't have to be your way. You're open to hearing other people's and other people's ideas because you're not afraid about losing control over a situation. You actually want to give control over to like this inner counsel that you're listening to all these things from other people and what they want to do in a situation, and you're like, okay, that sounds good. Does that sound like the thing that would be best for everyone? Let's do that. You're not like, well, this has to be my idea, that type of thing. You're being more flexible and allowing more things to come in. Palace of Wands. Well, palaces are specific just to this deck. They're not normally in most tarot decks. And so this is about creating this safe place for your passions and to express the passions within you, to express the unconditional love energy within you. So you are creating this place in your body, in your heart, and in your world to be able to have this flow. And I really feel as you're getting to these roots and freeing these beliefs, it's really freeing up your spiritual energy in an amazing way. And we will see what that helps bring here in this one here. So this will be the second week after the full moon. Justice continues. So you've got this Ace of Swords here, which helps balance out things in your life, and it helps bring in those capital T truths, helps you cut away the small t truths that were deceiving you when you were younger. So all these thoughts and these beliefs at the root that were molding your beliefs about yourself, about spirituality, about the world, is going through this big I'm trying to think of the word there. It is like equalizing. It's not the word I was trying to think of, but it's this equalizing out of things in your life, this reconciling of old beliefs in your life. That's what I was looking for, was reconciling. But a beautiful balancing coming in, yeah. Because here, and that has the oh my gosh, my mind just went totally blank. This sign here, Libra. Yeah, okay, there it goes. So you got Libra and Libra sign here, which this is expectations card. This is the belief of heartbreak, that our heart can be broken and all our expectations equaling disappointment. So this equilibrium that comes in, this reconciling of all these expectations and these thoughts and beliefs are just being dealt with. They're just moving and becoming no longer empowered. It's like the energy that you were investing in them before is like, you're like, I'm not giving you that right to take energy in my life anymore. I'm moving you out of my energy field because I want to use that energy for something else, which is coming up. Let's see, Palace of Cups. So this is definitely about, of course, emotions, and this is your building this, like this is a safe place for to express that passion. This is creating a safe place for you to express and feel your emotions, because it's at the bottom of the sea, so it doesn't know all that chaos that's happening on the surface of the water, because you're way, way down below where you're not getting impacted by that. So this beautiful emotional awareness, this emotional stability is really coming in here for you, to where you're not rocked by a lot of the stuff in the chaotic world. You just have this wonderful, wonderful place of peace here. Yeah, Seven of Wands. This is like, you don't need to defend yourself. You just know the capital T truths that you know. You allow other people to express those things, and this really brings in this understanding that you know that when you shine your light, other people get kind of jealous. They get envious. They get insecure. That makes that little child in them ignite and want to feel safe. And so they try to control you or try to burst your bubble, bring you back down. It's kind of like that, hey, misery loves company. We're miserable down here. Come back down to where we are at. Come be miserable with us. But you're standing your ground and you're like, nope, I'm not. I don't need to defend myself. I just need to stand my ground. And you don't even have to get defensive. You just simply stand in this, excuse me, beautiful passion and this beautiful energy that you're in, and you don't have to worry about it. One of my favorite decks, or the cards that represent the Seven of Wands, has someone like this bubble. So they're in this big bubble of love, and people are poking at it with their wand, but it's not impacting them because they're surrounded in this bubble of love. And then I feel like these cards are like where this energy is taking you from, and like what's the purpose of this 3-week period. Celebrate. Yeah. Again, when we're talking about moving into this place of gratitude and feeling this wonderful, wonderful place, this also for me represents spirit. It just has a special message from a reading that I did a while ago, where my spirit guides and other people's spirit guides and loved ones, angels, guardian angels, ancestors, all those beings of unconditional love and light on the other side. This is to help you use this ability here, this amazing energy to connect to the higher realms, to get into that quiet place and listen, like this full moon Gemini energy is bringing in for you. Yeah, so you have the 3 of Cups and you have the 4 of Cups. So even moving beyond the outside world and these things that we think are supposed to fulfill us, and it moves into this, you're being offered this chalice, this holy grail, that is full of the unconditional love of the creator of all things. That's source. That's that deep, deep emotion that is what we're searching for and what we're thirsty for. So this is all about connecting you to that beautiful place up there, that beautiful place within you, to be able to fill up and overflow and let that overflow out to the world. Yep. And Page of Swords. Here's that Ace of Swords again being yielded. And this is about messages coming into your mind. So you've got messages coming from spirit. They're going to be dropping messages into your mind. And this is about new ways of thinking and new beliefs that transform it. So this whole purpose is to let go of these old ways of thinking that free you into being this. The other thing that comes with this, especially because the 3 of Cups came here with, which includes people who have gone to the other side. Page of Swords for me is like messages into the mind. And that can be like if you're not even thinking about someone who's passed, who's on the other side. This is them. They touch a memory in your brain where this memory just comes to your mind and you're like, wow, why is that playing in my head? And it's because they touched it in your mind to let you know that they are with you. And they are always with you, and they've been with you since they left their physical bodies. They are with you 100% of the time until you go to the other side. This is them letting you know that they are with you right now. And so there's a reason why they just want you to have this support and encouragement during this time too. So whenever that happens during this 3-week period, know that that's them doing that for you. So beautiful, beautiful. I love this adventure for you. I'm going to leave the reading there. I do want to let you know, in addition to these readings, I do monthly readings by each zodiac sign, weekly energy updates by each of the elements like fire signs, water signs, etc. These new moon and full moon readings, and a variety of other readings as well. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those messages and be notified immediately when they become available, if you haven't done so already, just click the subscribe button down below. That's going to make this notification bell pop up. And if you click on that, that'll take you to your settings where you can set it to be notified immediately. Also, if you're enjoying these readings, if you don't mind giving me a thumbs up, that helps the YouTube algorithm share these videos with others. So if you want to help share these messages and share the love, then I appreciate if you want to give that little video a like. All right, well, know that each and every second of every day of your life, you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing 3-week period around this full moon in Gemini, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon, but until then, you take care.